Has your own parents ever made you feel worthless? I was 13 when I heard my dad say the words that changed everything. He didn't even say them to my face. He was on the phone with his brother, sitting in the living room, and I was in the hallway putting on my shoes for school. He thought I couldn't hear him. He said, "Sometimes I wish I never had her. She's nothing but a disappointment." At first I froze. I thought maybe I imagined it. But then he laughed and added, "She's lazy like her mom. Probably won't amount to anything either." I stood there with my backpack on, staring at the floor, feeling like the ground just disappeared under me. I didn't cry right away. I just walked to school in a fog. But that sentence never left my head. For weeks, every time he looked at me, I wondered if he was thinking the same thing, that I was a mistake, a disappointment, a waste of his time. After that, I started shrinking myself. I stopped showing him my grades, even when they were good. I stopped asking him for help with projects because I didn't want him to roll his eyes. If I needed money for a field trip, I'd go to my mom, because I couldn't stand the look on his face when he handed it over, like it was some huge burden. The next time it hit me hard was during an argument about chores. I forgot to unload the dishwasher, and he exploded. He said, "You can't do one simple thing right." I don't know why I bother with you. Those words burned. It wasn't just about dishes, it was confirmation of everything I'd overheard. I remember going to my room that night and tearing up the acceptance letter I'd gotten for an honors program. I hadn't even told him about it yet. I figured, why bother? If he already thought I'd fail, then maybe I would. By the time I was 15, I was drowning. My grades started slipping. Teachers pulled me aside to ask what was going on. But how could I explain that my own dad thought I was worthless? It wasn't just in my head. He said it out loud. One of the lowest points was during Thanksgiving dinner. Family was over, cousins, aunts, everyone. Someone asked me what I wanted to do after high school, and I nervously said maybe nursing or psychology. My dad chuckled right there in front of everyone and said, "She can't even handle cleaning her room. Good luck trusting her with patients." Everyone laughed. I laughed too, but inside I wanted to crawl under the table. It just kept stacking. Little jabs, little reminders. Every joke he made about me being lazy or useless felt like another cut. And after a while, I started believing it. The breaking point came when I was 16. I had just failed a math test. The first real failure I'd ever had. I brought it home, already feeling awful, and he looked at it and said, "Figures. I knew you weren't smart enough. Not, let's go over this together. Not, you'll do better next time." Just a flat confirmation that I was everything he said I was. That night I cried harder than I ever had in my life. Not because of the test, but because it felt like my dad had finally stamped worthless on my forehead. After that, something in me changed. I stopped trying to prove myself to him. I started working a part-time job, saving every dollar I could, planning my way out. My mom tried to keep the peace, but she never defended me either. It was always, "That's just how your dad talks. Don't take it so seriously." But how do you not take it seriously when it's your own parent telling you read nothing? The day I turned 18, I packed a bag and left. I stayed with a friend for a while, then rented a tiny room near the community college. Dad told everyone I was rebellious and would come crawling back. But I didn't. I pushed through school, worked 2 jobs, and slowly started to believe I wasn't the failure he wanted me to be. I'm 22 now, and I still hear his voice in my head sometimes, telling me I'll never make it. But I also hear my own voice louder, reminding me I've already come further than he ever believed I could. So yeah, the most toxic thing a parent can say? I wish I never had you. Once those words leave their mouth, they live inside you forever.